quite clear that there's more options today than there has ever been. Even if libraries like Productiontrax start to close down, it doesn't matter. There's still so many out there. Okay, so that's why these marketplaces will always be evolving, updating, or shutting down. So that's my take on this production track shutting down. It doesn't come to me as a surprise either. I think that if anything, the big players are gonna, yes, they're gonna survive, but they need to offer as well as composers different options for sure. I'm talking about stock libraries. I'm not talking about higher end publishers or higher end libraries, which are a little bit more of a boutique. Kind of like production music libraries. Okay, this is something different. Let's not confuse libraries like Productiontrax, Pond 5 with bigger boutiques. There's a massive difference there. Okay. Hello guys, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Daniel Carrizales from stockmusiclicensing.com. So Productiontrax is closing down, it's shutting down. Yesterday I logged into my account and this is what I saw. It's a real shame because I have a lot of tracks in there, and it's again yet another website going down. And what I can tell you very quickly is that there's a few things that I saw that they were doing good, and other things that they were doing bad. The first thing that they were doing really bad from a contributor's perspective, like myself, is that first of all, there seemed to be no much quality control. Anybody can actually go and really join in really and just start uploading music tracks. That's the perception that I got from them since I joined them a few years ago. Actually, I've been with them for a couple of years. I have almost like 700 tracks there. What that meant is that I spent a lot of time uploading, and I did do a video back in the day reviewing Productiontrax as a library, as a website. And one of the things that I really liked from them was that the upload process seemed to be quite easy. It was very straightforward. It was actually one of my favorites. It was very easy to upload, and nothing really complicated. And it was just something that contributors, we usually crave this easy process. I mean, if you compare the upload process of Productiontrax with Audio Jungle, it's a completely different ball game altogether. Now, one of the things that I noticed with them, not recently, but since I joined them, is that their website, they revamped the website quite recently. And I noticed as well that the image seems to be okay. And again, I'm not a reviewer of websites or anything, but they were targeting filmmakers and video makers. If you go to their website, you can see like it's very clearly what they're doing and what they're about. But and you get the latest music tracks available or on display. So that was something that was really good, because you will upload your first, you start uploading your tracks and they will appear here on the website live immediately. So it seemed to be, that's a good thing, but at the same time it was almost like, well, is there anybody checking who is uploading anything here really? Is there any kind of quality control? Anybody can just join in and have music out there, and that could devalue a little bit the marketplace, because you don't want to have crap music and maybe your music track is really good, and then it's the pricing. If you see here somebody's selling a track for $9, and fair enough, it's a stinger, but still, it's. I'm not going to go into pricing, okay, because I have plenty of data on my Pawn 5 account, for example, where I sell stingers for $47.97, and customers will pay that price happily. So I don't understand why some composers go and devalue their music like this. There is no need to sell. I mean, that doesn't mean that you're going to sell more. Actually, if anything, you're just making it worse for yourself. Quality control is something that I was concerned of, that anybody can just join in, I guess, and that maybe didn't really help. Another thing is that they didn't really evolve, and they didn't really, from my perspective as a contributor, I don't own my own library or anything, but they don't offer anything for the customer as well, like a membership site or this kind of like. And I know that this is a touchy subject for most composers. I don't agree as well with membership. But the reality of it is that all of these royalty-free libraries are going to go for membership options for customers. Uh, there are libraries that they do offer the membership model, and they offer as well the sale, the upfront sale. For example, Motion Elements offer this, and you can opt in for this. So as a contributor, that's an excellent choice because I can be selling on a membership site, but at the same time, that same track, it could be sold in a royalty-free site, the same one, but just for the customer that might just want to purchase it for that price without going through the membership model, without going for the unlimited downloads kind of thing. So for contributors like me and like you, it will be great if royalty-free sites will offer this more often than not, really. For example, Audio Jungle does not offer that to you. That what it does is that it has the option for customers to join and pay a membership on a monthly basis. I can't remember how little it is, but I believe it's like $15 or something. And they have unlimited downloads of music and whatnot. Obviously, this has hit a lot of composers on Audio Jungle. But the worst part of that, as another example of another library, is that you cannot just join that program. You cannot just say, hey, I want to opt in. It's only by invitation. They have like a form that you can fill up, and they have all these requirements, and you can say, hey, I want to participate in the elements of Envato. So you can sell your music as well there. But it's not something that everybody has access to. Like, for example, on Motion Elements, which is it's just as easy as opting in, at least as far as I'm concerned. And I have sold music on Motion Elements both. And Motion Elements is called the Global Program Marketplace, something like that. And it is part of their membership site or part of a. So you can have your music available for customers that have opted in for this, and they can download your music, of course, for less money because they're already paying a monthly fee. But that same track, I have it on that the option, and as well, I have it for sale as a normal one-time purchase for the customer. That's the best of the both worlds, in my opinion. All I'm saying to you is that when you see websites like this one going down, it's just because probably the music that was there was either not good enough or too much of it, and there's not just enough traffic to this website. And there's a lot of conversations about that because it's a non-exclusive libraries. These libraries are going to go down, and only the exclusive ones will survive. In the micro stock world or the stock music world, libraries like this and like Pond5 and Motion Elements and even Audio Jungle, they have to have an option for you to be exclusive or non-exclusive. But most of them will rather you be, yes, exclusive, but at the same time, no contributor is just going to go and join in an exclusive stock library and have their music logged there. That's a big commitment, you know. And I have spoken to many stock photographers, and they have the same principle. There's no way they're going to sell their photo on an exclusive micro stock agency and run the risk of like, yes, okay, you can probably earn more because it's an exclusive item, but you're still running the risk that you cannot sell that somewhere else, okay? And you will only join exclusive libraries when there's higher end libraries, not stock libraries like Productiontrax. I mean, if Productiontrax was an exclusive library, there's no way I was going to join in because imagine if you have all your music there and all of a sudden they close down, but you had all that music there locked, not able to sell it somewhere else. So this is why non-exclusivity in the royalty-free sites is the best option for you as a composer. But then again, you have to take that with a pinch of salt because there's a lot of contributors, and I have a lot of colleagues who swear by being exclusive, and we all comes from different school of thought. And if you want to sell your music only on a library that you want to have that music there exclusively. And I'm talking about stock libraries. I'm not talking about higher end publishers or higher end libraries, which are a little bit more of a boutique kind of like production music libraries. Okay, this is something different. Let's not confuse libraries like Productiontrax, Pond 5 with bigger boutiques. There's a massive difference there. Okay, so that's my take on this production track shutting down. It doesn't come to me as a surprise either. I think that if anything, the big players are gonna, yes, they're gonna survive, but they need to offer as well as composers different options for sure. So you're probably gonna say, well, so what do you suggest? What's your proposition, Daniel? What's your your 2 cents on this marketplaces? Well, my 2 cents is that we should be able, as contributors and as composers of stock music, we should be able to join a library that offer us composers and the option to either be exclusive or non-exclusive, okay, and all that comes with that, and the option as well to be part of their membership program. So you have the option to be a composer and you want to say, I like this particular website or this particular library, and I want to be exclusive. I will get higher returns per sale. I will benefit of certain goodies, I guess, because I'm an exclusive author or not. But as well, I should have the option to opt in or not. So it's just one of those things. But the membership thing is I think that's a big issue in not only in stock music, but as well in other agencies and in the micro stock world as a whole. Like I said to you, I speak to a lot of people that are doing stock photography and stock videos, and I see the same pattern. And because we're in the same kind of like marketplaces anyways, and a lot of photographers talk a lot about Shutterstock and whatnot, and other agencies, and they talk about the takings and how much it is, and if you're going to sell it exclusive as a stock photographer. So it's very similar to what we experience as musicians, as composers in these kind of libraries like Productiontrax and Pond 5 and Audio Jungle. So I do believe that it has to be something like that, because at the end of the day, it's about us as composers wanting to join in different libraries. And it's quite clear that there's more options today than there has ever been. Even if libraries like Productiontrax start to close down, it doesn't matter. There's still so many out there, okay? And the reality of it is that the more you join in, the better the chances for you to make money. That's number one. But at the same time, there's no way you're going to make sales on all of them. All right. Out of all of these libraries that you're going to be joining, there's only going to be a few handful that they're going to be working for you. And maybe the ones that where you sell, maybe I'm not very successful, or vice versa. So that's why these marketplaces will always be evolving, updating, or shutting down. So you have to go and evolve for sure, and offer us composers a better deals in the way of like, I want to opt in. Well, how come I cannot be a part of the Envato elements, for example? And I'm not having a go at Envato or Jungle, but that shows you that there's a different model. It's a little bit more exclusive, and even reviewers of Audio Jungle are part of the Envato elements, and they promote themselves, their tracks to redirect the customers to Envato elements to buy their own tracks. Do I think that that's fair? Of course not. Why should a reviewer from Audio Jungle will be allowed to be part of the Envato elements and sell their music there on this membership site, but the average composer is not allowed to do that? I don't agree with that. I think that we should all have the same saying and say, fantastic, you guys want to promote now this membership model, which is across the board, is that's what's happening. Let all the composers join in and let the customers decide, I want to pay a monthly fee and have unlimited downloads, and hopefully they will choose your track to download it and you can get your fee for that. But at the same time, you could be selling that same track in the same platform for people and customers that they are not paying the monthly membership fee. That's my 2 cents when it comes down to memberships and and royalty-free sites and libraries. But hey, all of them, they have their own rules and regulations and their own updates. And production tracks, I didn't see anything happening over the years, and that's something that Envato has done for sure. In the past, you couldn't upload music. Well, it's not that you couldn't upload, but Envato didn't have that PRO option, for example, and they started doing surveys and sending us email asking us composers if we were part of a PRO, if we had our music affiliated with a PRO, because they wanted to get into the market, and they knew that people that are on Audio Jungle, they were selling as well on Pond 5, and Pond 5 has allowed people composers to sell their music even though you're registered with a PRO as well. So they want to compete as well and say, hey, we want to offer the composers that same options. You could sell your music now on Audio Jungle if you're affiliated with a PRO or not. That's a perfect option, okay? And it's up to them to offer that information to the customers and say, hey, we have music that is being registered with PROs and we have music that is not registered with PROs. And the same goes with ad rev. There should be options. It shouldn't be we don't allow this or we only allow that. So websites like Productiontrax, when they go down, I do believe it's because they don't evolve. They don't go and say, hey, this is what's happening in the marketplace. Let's do something different. And that's what my advice is always to newcomers or even to my students is to just, you have to take action before things go down. And you have to take your own decisions and say, hey, what happens if this Productiontrax website is going to go down and I only have my music there? That's a big risk, isn't it? That's why you have to diversify. And that's why I'm a big believer of non-exclusivity with royalty-free libraries. And again, let's not confuse non-exclusivity with higher-end boutique libraries, okay? Because it's a different thing, all right? I'm talking about exclusively stock music libraries like Pond 5 and Audio Jungle and Productiontrax or the rest, 123RF, okay? And Motion Elements. All of these websites, they want to follow that same model for sure, because they don't want to lose you as a contributor, as a composer, and they want to offer more for their customers, but at the same for us, we are the ones who are providing the music, okay? Don't forget that. There's always this fear in this marketplace that the libraries have the upper hand. They don't. Without us, the libraries do not exist. The music does not exist, but it's up to us to choose and say, hey, I like this library, I like what they're offering, I want to sell my music there. If I upload my music and it's not giving me any sales, I say like, well, you're not really doing anything for me, so I'm not going to upload my music there, and there's no way on earth I'm going to go exclusive with you for sure. So because I don't want my music to be locked somewhere and maybe somebody else wants to buy it somewhere else. They have their own pool of customers and target audience. So again, this video has taken a little bit longer than expected, but I think it needs to be said at times, like really talk about the libraries and non-exclusivity, membership sites and membership models, and why some libraries do offer us the option to join in, and some other libraries, they play like it's a little bit of a secret society. There only a few composers can actually join if you are if you have 5-star reviews and whatnot. I mean, come on, man. We all want to sell. They want you to sell. Why you want to make it harder for us? You know, so it's up to you to decide what you want to do with your music and where you want to put it. But I, for one, go the non-exclusive way all the way, and I would like to enjoy both the both models, the membership side of it, and the upfront one-time sale for the average YouTuber or vlogger, okay? And yes, I want to have my music as well registered with a PRO, so I can get performance royalties in the future if it gets picked by a network or whatnot. So we as composers, we should aim for everything, okay? Not just choose. If you have to choose everything, you know? It seems this video's been turning into a rant. So anyways, thanks a lot for the love and support. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for subscribing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do, or share this video with somebody that might want to get into royalty-free music or stock music. Check the other videos I have on the channel about stock music related topics. The other videos are not like this, and this escalating rant kind of a tone. But yeah, it's one of those things. We have to be fluid. We have to be evolving. We have to evolve ourselves, okay, and not let libraries decide what's going to happen for in the future for us. As always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.